The teacher's sacrifice. Heroes are made by the paths they choose, not the powers they are graced with. Once upon a time there was a teacher named Mr. Lark, a quiet, unassuming man who taught history in a small town. He had no superpowers, no special abilities beyond his passion for teaching and his knowledge of the world's greatest events and the courage of past heroes. But every day he inspired his students, teaching them the stories of brave souls who made hard choices, often sacrificing themselves for others. Little did he know, his own moment of bravery was coming. One day, an evil supervillain known as Dr. Dreadstorm descended upon the school. His arrival was announced with a roar of thunder as dark clouds swirled overhead, and he wore a suit that crackled with electricity. The townspeople panicked as the villain's minions began to swarm the area, trapping everyone inside. The school's alarm blared and cries echoed through the hallways as fear spread among the children. The town's superheroes arrived, strong and determined. They flew through the air, their brightly colored capes trailing behind them, and landed before Dr. Dreadstorm, ready to battle. The children cheered, thinking they were saved. But Dr. Dreadstorm was ready. With a single wave of his hand, he unleashed a powerful shockwave that sent the heroes spiraling to the ground. His powers were stronger than any they'd faced before, and one by one the heroes were overwhelmed. Mr. Lark knew that he had to act. Though he didn't have any powers of his own, he wasn't about to let the students he cared so deeply about fall into danger. Quickly and calmly, he took charge, guiding the terrified children to safety, speaking in a calm voice that helped soothe their fears. "Stay together, stay low, and don't be afraid," he said, giving a comforting smile to each child who clung to his hand. "I'll get you through this." Once the children were safe outside, he turned his attention back to the school. The fallen heroes lay injured and weakened in the hallways. But he didn't hesitate. One by one, he helped them up, using what little strength he had to support them, encouraging them as he had his students. His presence gave them hope, and he reminded them that even the greatest heroes sometimes need a helping hand. But then Mr. Lark found himself face to face with Dr. Dreadstorm. The villain laughed mockingly at him. "What can a simple teacher do?" he sneered. "You're powerless." Mr. Lark stood tall, his eyes steady. "You're wrong," he said. "I may not have powers, but I have something worth fighting for." In a desperate attempt to hold back Dr. Dreadstorm and protect the children and his fellow teachers, Mr. Lark drew on his own courage and experience. He was clever and resourceful, and he remembered his days as captain of his college fencing team. Grabbing a broken broomstick from the floor, he held it like a sword, positioning himself between Dr. Dreadstorm and those he wanted to protect. A fierce battle ensued. Though he had no superpowers, Mr. Lark fought bravely, using every skill he had to keep the villain at bay. He darted, parried, and lunged, his movements swift and precise. He was relentless, and for a moment it seemed as though he might actually succeed. Then Dr. Dreadstorm gathered his energy for one final devastating strike. Mr. Lark saw the blast coming and realized what he had to do. He had a choice: to save himself or to shield the others from harm. Without hesitation, he leaped forward, taking the full force of the blast to protect those he cared for. When the smoke cleared, Dr. Dreadstorm was gone, having been weakened enough to retreat. The children and the heroes were safe, thanks to Mr. Lark's selfless act. The superheroes, humbled by the teacher's bravery, helped the children and staff up, leading them to safety. And though Mr. Lark lay still on the ground, his face bore a look of peace. He had given everything, just as the heroes he'd once taught his students about had done. In the days that followed, Mr. Lark's sacrifice became a story that was told and retold by those who had been saved that day. The children learned that true heroism isn't about superpowers or strength. It's about courage, sacrifice and choosing to protect others even when the cost is great. The town honored Mr. Lark, and his name became a symbol of courage. And in the hearts of the children he had saved, he lived on as the greatest hero they had ever known.